Congratulations, you bought a new Mazda, but you still have some questions on how to use everything. How do I personalize my music selection? How does the cruise control work, and what does this mean? They said I could adjust the height on the liftgate, but how? We're gonna cover all that and more, and thanks to Chef 1337, we're on a CX-5 today for day 2 of ownership in the Mazda Orientation. More garbage! Let's start with how to adjust the height of this liftgate. So you can adjust it manually to where you want, but how to set it, you push and hold this button, and that means that it's set. So as it goes down now, it will only go up to that height. Now if you want to restore it back to factory height, just put it up to where it was or leave it where it was. Push and hold through 2 sets of beeps. One more. And now it will go back to where it was programmed at the factory. So you can set that anytime you want. In our day 1 video of the CX-30, the power mirror control is different. So in this one, it's actually a knob. You turn for the left, turn for the right, or you can leave it up. So anytime the car is running, you can adjust these side mirrors. Also, this window lock right here, when engaged, you can control the driver's window when the car's on, but not the other 3. And of course, the other 3 cannot control theirs either. So if you run into a situation where the other windows aren't working, check this window lock. Speaking of locks, for passengers that you don't want to open the door in the rear, they do have a child safety lock. So right here, push that down, and either door has this option, and then no tension on this handle. In the day 1 video, we talked about this electronic parking brake. However, on the CX-5, it doesn't automatically engage or disengage. So to engage this in any gear, including park, of course, you just have to lift up and it locks into place with that light turned solid. And then to disengage with your foot on the brake, you can push down, and when the light goes away, it's free to go. Also, all Mazdas have this auto hold, which you engage with the seat belt on. You can turn that on. And what this means is that when you're in drive or in gear, you can let your foot off the brake and it will not go anywhere and show a hold up here until you hit the throttle. And it does it every time you stop. So you can see that hold light on. I can let my foot off the brake and we won't go anywhere. This is perfect for inclines, declines, or even just having to wait through slow traffic or closed lanes from construction. Now, how do we customize the music we listen to? Well, you have several options here: FM, AM, or Pandora when you have a paired phone with a Pandora app and account, or just any old audio from your streaming from Bluetooth. Of course, we talked about in the last video, you can plug in your phone for smartphone, and we'll talk about more USB options in day 3. But FM, if you want to listen to your selection there, as we've already done, you can set favorites. And how you access that is when the station you're on, push and hold to add the favorite, as you can see we've done here. And then to view that list of favorites, gives us some more information there. As we've now added this twice, you can add or edit more. We'll go over here and choose edit so we can delete that duplicate. We're going to go ahead and delete this one. And then we just have that once. You can add AM, FM, or if equipped, satellite radio XM with that. And of course, how I'm controlling everything is with this commander control knob. As you turn it or bump it, it moves back and forth. And you can also turn it quick for other controls. You have a volume here. Here's that favorites button I was hitting. Here's navigation if equipped. Here's a home button. Here's entertainment. And here's a go back. So we're going to hit this entertainment, and it's going to pull up our current radio station. We're going to push down on the knob for to open up the source list. And then we're going to go to Bluetooth over here. So it's going to immediately ask me to connect or pair a device, and I'm going to hit connect, and then it's going to say to turn it on, and here we are. And you'll go to your Bluetooth settings on your phone, and as we're pairing for a device here, just scroll down and click the phone as it pulls up. and you can match up the number on the screen with the number on your phone and make sure that's correct and hit pair. And we're connecting to the device. And once we're connected, we can stream any audio through the Bluetooth connection or the Pandora as we showed earlier. So I'm going to hit the hotkey for and you can see here's well, this last song I was playing on this phone here. It pulls up automatically with that Bluetooth audio. I don't own the rights to that music, but if you're a fan of Disney or the movie Tangled, I would highly recommend, or any Disney fan, the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra of some of the Disney classic songs. So check that out. It's good, nice, calm classical music. Now let's talk about this screen over here, specifically with your cruise control. So this does have a radar up front, and what you see with these lines here is actually your eye active sense. So it's using the camera up top to read the lines on the road. They're hollow now because it's not detecting any, and we're not driving, of course. So over a certain speed, these will help keep you notified of the lanes, but also keep you in the lanes as well, ever so slightly. When you use the cruise control and we turn that on, you can see that this changes right here of distance. So different distance between objects or other vehicles, and the cruise control is on. So if we're going down the road, we can set this cruise control right here and also go up or down depending on the speed that we want. And then you can also change the distance here. As you see this changing, you'd want to have it farther out for highway or closer in for city, so it'd be more attentive to those items that are closest to you. Now, if you don't want to use the radar cruise control, all you have to do is push and hold, and it deactivates the radar portion. So either way, but you can turn it on or off right here. Now, as we continue to talk about this screen, this info button here changes this screen. So you can see on this trim or package of the Carbon Edition, you have your fuel gauge, your temperature, your current odometer, and then of course the arrow showing what side the fuel door is on. When I hit info here, it will go to a compass northeast and how many miles to empty. And also it'll show your temperature up top here. And then when you go to trip A, it shows how many miles, your average fuel economy for this trip. And then you can see your instant fuel economy up here. And then when you go to trip B, it's the same setting. And you can of course change those or reset them by pushing info and holding it. So when I push info and hold it, it resets those values on trip A or trip B. And then you go back to information as far as service, goes back to your temperature screen and how many miles left until your service is due. And then here's the main screen. So you can choose any of those screens to, personally, I usually use this one with the compass and how many miles to empty, so I can keep track of when I need to put some fuel in it. The last thing to cover up here is, of course, we are sitting in park. If I were to adjust this into drive, then you see that it's changed to D. You also have a manual option here to move if you are so interested in that. And you can see that it shows manual 1. And then as I pull down, it would cycle to 2. And when I start to move, I could go all the way to 2, from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 if the speed was appropriate. And but I can start off in second or first in this situation. And this allows us to watch the tachometer just like we were driving a manual without a clutch and shift from there. But of course, this also allows you to keep your eyes forward and see what gear you're in, even if you don't intend to use the manual. So it's all right there so you can see it. And as long as you get, as you get familiar with changing these gears, sometimes you may be in reverse instead of park, or in neutral instead of drive, so it allows you to see that right up front here. So there's a few things for day 2 of your Mazda Orientation, and enjoy your brand new car. Happy trails, and I will see you on the next one.